Roman soldiers defending Hadrian's Wall in Britain were well acquainted with diarrhea and stomachaches, according to new evidence of at least 3 different intestinal parasites in the soil near centuries-old toilets. The finding shows that Roman citizens suffered greatly, despite the wall having what was then a state-of-the-art sewer system. The auxiliary fort of Vindolanda in northern England was occupied by the Romans from the 1st through the 4th centuries. The fort stood just south of Hadrian's Wall, which was first built in AD 122 to protect the northernmost extent of the Roman Empire. Vindolanda is known for its oxygen-free layers of mud, which have helped preserve perishable material like writing tablets, leather shoes, and even bed bugs for millennia. A team of researchers investigated a new line of evidence at Vindolanda, soil preserved in the drainpipes of the fort's 3rd century latrines. Researchers collected 58 samples from along the length of the latrine drain, some of which contained animal bones, Roman beads, and pottery. They then microsieved the soil samples to look for the eggs of parasitic worms. Within the latrine samples, the researchers discovered eggs from roundworms and whipworms. Both parasites live in human intestines, often causing stomach aches, fever, and diarrhea. These fecal oral parasites are typically passed along when a person ingests unsanitary food or dirt contaminated with the parasite's eggs. Additionally, in one sample, the researchers detected a parasite that infects the small intestines and causes Giardia infections. The presence of all 3 parasites suggests fecal contamination of water or food sources at Vindolanda, but while whipworms and roundworms have been identified before in Roman Britain, this is the first evidence for G. duodenalis. Archaeological sites in Britain dating to before the arrival of the Romans have not been systematically tested for Giardia, so it remains unknown whether this parasite was in the UK before the Roman period. But Giardia is an important clue to the health of the people living along the Roman frontier. Among the 3 parasites detected, Giardia most plausibly poses the greatest risk of serious health complications. While short-term infection results in diarrhea and dehydration, long-term side effects of Giardia infection can include irritable bowel, eye damage, arthritis, allergies, and muscle pain. Although Roman soldiers were not legally allowed to marry, numerous forms of archaeological evidence, including preserved children's shoes, suggest that men, women, and children all lived at Vindolanda. And the new parasite evidence may point to a major health concern for soldiers' kids. Diarrhea can lead to dehydration in all age groups, but it is young children who are most likely to die from it. Chronic infection in children with Giardia, roundworm, or whipworm can all lead to stunted growth and reduced intelligence. Gastrointestinal issues from parasites were likely quite common in most parts of the Roman Empire, but the new analysis does not reveal exactly how many people suffered from these infections. As the sewer drain contains the mixed feces of all those who used the latrine, we cannot tell what proportion of those at Vindolanda were infected by parasites. Given data from past studies, though, it's thought likely that between 10 and 40% of people in Roman times were infected with intestinal worms.